general reaction of aromatic compounds. Now, anyone tell me what is the nature of aromatic compounds? Whether they are electron rich or electron deficient. What you will say? Anyone tell me what is the nature of aromatic compound? Whether they are considered as electron rich or electron deficient. What you will say? Anyone tell me whether they are considered as electron rich or electron deficient. Anyone tell me? At least write both. Someone saying, Melvi saying both. No, think beta. I have told you earlier, electron rich species are those which have either presence of negative charge, lone pair or pi electron. So when you think for aromatic compound, just think for the benzene, because all the aromatic compounds generally up to your level is derived from this benzene itself. So think for this benzene. This benzene have carbon-carbon double bond. And this benzene have carbon-carbon double bond. That means they are considered as electron-rich species. It may be possible that halogen is attached with that benzene. It may withdraws electron density from benzene. But at least think for aromatic ring. Aromatic ring, this have pi bond. And if this have pi bond, that means they are considered as electron-rich. And if this molecule is electron rich, that means they will attack on some electron deficient species. And that electron deficient species is called as electrophile. Now, when this benzene attacks on the electrophile, this electron moves in this direction, this carbon become electron rich and this carbon become electron deficient. And this electron rich species attack over this electrophile, and there is formation of carbocation. There is formation of, when I am writing this hydrogen, here electrophile is attached and now positive charge is created. This type of result or reaction is also seen in case of reaction of alkene or alkynes. Alkynes also have pi bond. When these electron rich species attack with some electron deficient electrophile, here again carbocations are formed. But the counterpart of this electrophile, that is nucleophile, this nucleophile attacks over this positive charge, and due to this overall addition reaction take place. Electrophile attach over this carbon and nucleophile attach over this carbon. But when the counterpart of electrophile attack over this positive part, then its aromaticity will be lost. So to regain its aromaticity, this electron rich species act as a base. Electron rich species act as a base, and it will abstract this proton. And when this proton is abstracted, pi electrons moves in this direction and new pi bond will be formed. And as this electron moves in this direction and pi bond will be formed, and as a result compound become again aromatic. So important reaction for aromatic compounds are electrophilic substitution reaction. Here sigma bonds break and corresponding new sigma bond is formed. And first attacking species is electrophile. That's why this reaction is called as electrophilic substitution reaction. But in alkene, here they are again electron rich, but when electrophile attacks over here, carbocation is formed and nucleophile attacks over here, and overall addition product is obtained. Breaking of pi bond and formation of 2 sigma bond. So if breaking a pi bond and formation of 2 sigma bonds are observed, this is called as addition. And if electrophile attacks first, then such reaction is called as electrophilic addition reaction. So it is important that aromatic compound shows electrophilic substitution reaction, while alkene alkyne shows electrophilic addition reaction. So sometimes it is also asked in the examination, what is the reason that benzene shows electrophilic substitution while alkene shows electrophilic addition. The reason is when electrophile attack over this benzene, carbocation is formed, and when nucleophile attacks over this positive part, then its aromaticity will be lost. So to regain its aromaticity, that electron-rich species act as a base and abstract this proton, and due to this, pi bond is formed and molecule regain its aromaticity. So important part, important reaction of aromatic compound is electrophilic substitution reaction. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, write down some important points. First, write general reaction of aromatic compounds are electrophilic substitution reaction. General reaction of aromatic compounds are electrophilic substitution reaction. General reaction of aromatic compounds are electrophilic substitution reaction. While general reaction of alkene alkynes are electrophilic addition reaction. While general reaction of alkene alkynes are electrophilic addition reaction. And now write these two equations. Noted? Melvi, noted? Harisankar, Dev Sania.
Yes, sir.
So this is important, beta. The nature of aromatic compound are electron rich. So electron deficient electrophile will attack. And overall reaction is electrophilic substitution reaction. Alkene alkynes are also electron rich species. Electrophile attacks over that, but overall reaction is electrophilic addition reaction. Now, once again, I'm asking you, what is the nature of aromatic compound for chemical reaction? They are electron rich, so electrophile will attack over that. Now, the question arises, what are the common reactions of aromatic compounds? Now the question arises, what are the common reactions of aromatic compounds? How many reactions are generally encountered, are generally seen in aromatic compounds? So the total reactions which are generally observed in aromatic compounds are 5. First is halogenation. So write important points. 5 common reactions are generally observed in aromatic compounds. Right point, 5 common reactions are generally observed in aromatic compounds. 5 common reactions are generally observed in aromatic compounds. And first is halogenation reaction. Here, what will happen? Hydrogen is removed from benzene or aromatic compound, and in place of this hydrogen, halogen will be attached. So if hydrogen is removed and in place of that hydrogen, if halogen is attached, then such substitution reaction is called as halogenation reaction. One important reaction you must remember, because this is the general reaction by which we will derive all the points. When this benzene is treated with, halogen, when benzene is treated with halogen in presence of AlCl3, in presence of AlCl3, then halobenzene will be formed. Halobenzene will be formed, and this reaction is called as halogenation reaction. So write down, General reaction of halogenation. When benzene is treated with halogen in presence of AlCl3, halobenzene is formed. This is the general reaction of halogenation. Later I will tell you what is the mechanism, how this reaction is going to take place. But at this particular point, you have to understand that when benzene is treated with halogen in presence of AlCl3, halobenzene will be formed. And if hydrogen is replaced with halogen, then such reaction is called as halogenation reaction. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Now come to the second one. Second one is called as nitration reaction. Second one is called as nitration reaction. In nitration reaction, hydrogen is replaced with NO2. In nitration reaction, hydrogen is replaced with NO2. Then such reaction is called as nitration reaction. Common reaction, which you have to remember, this is the general reaction. When benzene is treated with concentrated nitric acid, when benzene is treated with concentrated nitric acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, hydrogen of benzene is replaced with NO2, and this substitution reaction is called as nitration reaction. So write down, when hydrogen is replaced with, here hydrogen is replaced with NO2, then reaction is called as nitration. When hydrogen is replaced with halogen, then such reaction is called as halogenation. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Now come to third one. Third one is called as sulfonation reaction. Third one is sulfonation reaction. In sulfonation reaction, hydrogen is replaced with SO3H. In sulfonation reaction, hydrogen is replaced with SO3H. One general reaction you will learn is when benzene is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid. When benzene is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, then benzene sulfonic acid will be formed. This reaction is reversible. Later I will tell you, but for sake of simplicity, I'm just writing with this arrow because question are asked from this segment only. Here, benzene is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid and benzene sulfonic acid is formed. Here, hydrogen is replaced with SO3H. And if hydrogen is replaced with SO3H, then such reaction is called as sulfonation reaction. So write down third, sulfonation reaction. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Now, come to the fourth one. Fourth one is called as Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. There are two scientists, Friedel and Kraft, who first attach alkyl group in benzene. So, on the basis of their name, this reaction is called as Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. In this reaction, hydrogen is replaced with alkyl group. If hydrogen is replaced or substituted with alkyl group, then such reaction is called as Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. One common reaction which you have to remember is when benzene is treated with alkyl halide. When benzene is treated with alkyl halide in presence of AlCl3, then alkyl benzene will be formed. Alkyl benzene will be formed, and this reaction is called as alkylation reaction. So write it down. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Now, the last one, which is called as Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. In this case, H is replaced with COR. H is replaced with COR. Generally, alkyl part is CH3. That's why the name comes acylation. So when hydrogen is replaced with COR, then such reaction is called as Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. One common reaction which you have to remember. One common reaction which you have to remember is that when benzene is treated with acid chloride, when benzene is treated with acid chloride in presence of AlCl3, in presence of AlCl3, then acyl substituted aromatic compounds are formed. Acyl substituted aromatic compounds are formed, and such reaction is called as Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So write it down. Adria, Abel, Luke, tell me how many common reactions are for aromatic compounds? Dio, Sonia, tell me. Five. Good. Five. Five. First one is
Halogenation.
halogenation. Very good. Second one is
Nitration.
nitration. Third one is
Sulfonation.
sulfonation. Very good. Fourth one is
Friedel-Crafts alkylation.
Friedel-Crafts alkylation. And last, fifth one is
Friedel-Crafts acylation.
Friedel-Crafts acylation. Once again, have a look. When hydrogen is replaced with halogen, then reaction is called as halogenation. When hydrogen is replaced with NO2, reaction is called as nitration. When hydrogen is replaced with SO3H, reaction is called as sulfonation. When hydrogen is replaced with alkyl group, it is called as alkylation. And when hydrogen is replaced with COR, it is called as acylation reaction. But now the question arises, how this mechanism proceed? How this reaction proceeds? What is the mechanism of this reaction? All these reactions. So mechanism of all five reactions are similar. Mechanism of all these five reactions are similar. So, right, the mechanism follows three steps. So, write in a notebook, mechanism of these reactions follows three steps. Mechanism of these reactions follows three steps. First step is formation of an electrophile. First is formation of an electrophile. First is formation of an electrophile. Now have a look. In halogenation reaction, you have taken halogen in presence of AlCl3. In halogenation, what you have taken? Halogen in presence of AlCl3. So now the question arises, when halogen is taken in halogenation, it is clear. But what is the role of this AlCl3 for halogenation reaction? The role of this AlCl3 is to generate an electrophile. As aluminium chloride is electron deficient species, so lone pair of electron of this halogen will attack over this electron deficient aluminium, and this halogen bond breaks. And as a result of this, X plus will be generated. X plus will be generated, and this AlCl3 X minus is created. If this is Cl and this is again Cl, then AlCl4 minus will be created. So in the first step, there is a generation of electrophile. So for halogenation reaction, the general electrophile is X plus. For nitration reaction, you are taking nitric acid along with sulfuric acid. So when you expand the structure of sulfuric acid, it will be like this. When you expand the structure of sulfuric acid, it will be like this. And when you expand the structure of nitric acid, it will be like this. It will be like this. Now, both are acids. Both are acids. But you know that sulfuric acid is most acidic as compared to nitric acid. You can say sulfuric acid more acidic as compared to nitric acid. That's why sulfuric acid act as an acid. Sulfuric acid act as an acid while nitric acid act as a base. Nitric acid act as a base, and this lone pair of electron of nitric acid attacks on this proton, and due to this water goes out. And if this water goes out, there is a formation of NO2 plus. There is formation of NO2 plus. Along with that, water goes out. Along with that, negative part containing this part, that is OH, here SO2, and here O minus is created. So in this reaction, NO2 plus is created, and NO2 plus is again a electrophile. So for nitration reaction, it is asked in competition, what is the role of this sulfuric acid in nitration? The role of sulfuric acid in nitration is to generate an electrophile. Because nitric acid is again acid, sulfuric acid is again acid, but when you add more acidic, when you add a compound with more acidic character than nitric acid, then only nitric acid act as a base and try to attack on the proton, and due course of this, water goes out. So important part is this: the role of sulfuric acid in nitration reaction is to generate an electrophile NO2 plus. So write the reaction, that is sulfuric acid react with nitric acid and to generate NO2 plus. Here NO2 plus is a electrophile. Noted?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, sulfonation. In sulfonation reaction, you are taking sulfuric acid. When you expand this sulfuric acid, and you expand another sulfuric acid, one sulfuric acid act as an acid, another sulfuric acid act as a base. An auto acid base reaction take place, and due to this auto acid base reaction, this water goes out. And as the water is removed, this type of structure will be obtained. Along with this water molecule is released. Along with this O minus, that is OH, here SO2, and here O minus is also generated. So when one sulfuric acid react with another sulfuric acid, HSO3 plus is generated, and this is again the electrophile of sulfonation reaction. So electrophile of halogenation reaction is generally X plus, electrophile of nitration reaction is NO2 plus, electrophile of sulfonation reaction is HSO3 plus. So in many examination, it is simply asked, what is the electrophile of halogenation? What is the electrophile of nitration? What is the electrophile of sulfonation? So write it down. Ramya, noted?
Yes, sir.
Now, good. Now come to alkylation. In alkylation, you have taken alkyl halide along with AlCl3. Again, AlCl3 is electron deficient, as octet of this aluminum has only 6 electrons. So lone pair of electron of halogen attacks over this, and this bond breaks. And as a result, generally carbocation is formed as a intermediate. And here again, AlCl3 X minus is released. If this is chlorine, in that case AlCl4 minus is generated. So electrophile of Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction is R plus. Electrophile of Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction is R plus. R plus means carbocation. So write it down. PS Naveen, noted?
Yes, sir.
Good. Write it down. Now, last is Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. In Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction, you have taken acid halide. You have taken acid halide along with AlCl3. Along with AlCl3. Again, concept is same. Lone pair of electron attacks over AlCl3 and this bond breaks. And as a result of this breaking, acyl carbocation is formed. As a result of this, acyl carbocation is formed and here AlCl3 X minus release. So it is important to remember the name of electrophile. Here halonium ion, here nitronium ion, here HSO3 plus, here alkyl plus, here RCO plus, that is X plus, NO2 plus, HSO3 plus, R plus and COR plus. So write it down. So first step is to generate electrophile. Now second step is, as electrophile is generated, this electron deficient species must attack on benzene ring, which is electron rich. The second step is attack of an electrophile. So right, second, attack of an electrophile. Attack of an electrophile. All these electrophile X plus, NO2 plus, HSO3 plus, R plus, COR plus, all I will written as E plus. Whatever you are going to perform the reaction, on the basis of that, E plus is chosen. If you are taking halogenation, then you should choose X plus. If you are taking nitration, you should choose NO2 plus. In case of sulfonation, you can use this. For alkylation, this, and acylation, this. So second is attack of an electrophile. Here benzene, which have pi electrons, and in the reaction medium, electron deficient electrophile is generated or present. So pi electron of this benzene attacks over this electron deficient electrophile. When pi electron attacks on this electron deficient electrophile, in that case a carbocation is formed. Here pi electrons moves in this direction, negative and positive charge is created, and this negative charge attack on E plus. This negative charge attack on E plus, and this type of carbocation is formed. As hydrogen is present over this carbon, you can write hydrogen also like this. Now, this positive charge is in resonance with carbon-carbon double bond. This positive charge is in resonance with carbon-carbon double bond. And when you make the resonating structure of this, now structure become like this. Now the structure become here E and here H. Structure become like this. Now again E double bond B C, a positive charge. When you bring this electron in the direction of positive charge, now the structure become like this. Here H, here E, and here pi bond is already present. Pi bond is formed over this position and positive charge comes over this. Now when you look over these three structures, positive charge is delocalized from this position to this position. When you see these three molecules, positive charge is delocalized from this position to this position. So when you make one structure for all these, here E is at same position, here H is here again at same position, here positive charge is delocalized from this position to this position. So this structure is written like this. This structure is written like this. So first then electrophile attacks. In that case, first pi complex is formed and then carbocation is formed, and this carbocation is stabilized by this type of structure, and this structure is called as sigma complex. So here one important terms is involved, sigma complex. Sometimes it is asked, sigma complex is obtained in which reaction? So you have to tell sigma complex is obtained in electrophilic substitution reaction. So write it down, sigma complex. Sometimes this sigma complex is also called as Wieland intermediate. Wieland intermediate. Wieland intermediate. Now, first step is formation of an electrophile. Second step is attack of an electrophile. Now, in this reaction, aromatic compound loses its aromaticity, and now they become non-aromatic compounds. And if they become non-aromatic compounds, they will try to regain its aromaticity. So the electron-rich species which are generated during the formation of electrophile, these electron-rich species abstract this proton. And abstract this proton, that means proton loss take place. And the proton loss is called as deprotonation. So third step is deprotonation. Third step is deprotonation. Take any of these example, any of the structure. I'm taking this one. So when you take this structure, now 1 minute. Yeah. So when you take this structure here, double bond, here H, here E, and here positive charge is there. You can take any of this. Generally reaction is performed by this, but I'm taking this one for simplicity. Now this electron-rich species, these electron-rich species, which I'm calling here as base. This base abstract this proton. And this electron moves in downside and molecule regain its aromaticity. So there are 3 steps for all these reactions. First is formation of an electrophile, second is attack of an electrophile, and third is deprotonation. So write it down. Now, anyone tell me, if there are 3 steps, that is formation of an electrophile, attack of an electrophile, and deprotonation, and if reactions are 3, out of these 3 reactions, one reaction is slow. And the slow reaction is rate determining. That is RDS of that reaction, rate determining step. So now tell me which one is slow. First reaction is slow, second reaction is slow, or third reaction is slow. Which one is considered as a slow reaction? First, second, or third? What you will say? Good. Sweetline telling second. Melvi telling first. Anyone? Melvi, have a look, beta. Here, halogen, sulfuric acid, nitric sulfuric acid, RX, acid halide, they react with this electron deficient species. So this is normally acid-base reaction. These are normally acid-base reaction. But in second step, you are taking aromatic compounds which are very much stable, and when the aromatic compounds attack on this electrophile, they loses its aromaticity. That means a stable molecule going to become unstable. So the RDS step is this second one. That overall reaction of all these 5 halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, alkylation, acylation, all these 5 depends on this step only, because this is the RDS step. Rate of the reaction depends on this step. So write it down. RDS of this reaction is attack of an electrophile. RDS of this reaction is attack of an electrophile. Now, when you look over all these reactions, here there is substrate, there is an electrophile, and there is product. The two important things are responsible for all these reactions. First is available electron density. Greater is the available electron density in benzene ring, higher is the possibility for attack towards any electrophile. So greater is the available electron density, faster will be the reaction. And lesser is the electron density, slower will be the reaction. So if when you replace hydrogen of this benzene with some any atom or group in mono substitution or di substitution or tri substitution or poly substitution, when you replace this hydrogen with any atom or group, the nature of that group will decide whether the reaction become fast or whether the reaction become slow. If you are replacing this hydrogen with some electron donating group that increases the electron density, then rate of reaction towards electrophile will also increase. But when you replace this hydrogen with some electron withdrawing group which withdraws electron density from the benzene, that means that decreases the available electron density in this benzene ring. So the reaction towards electrophile will also be decreased. So one of the most important question asked in the competition related with this step, that what is the rate of nitration, halogenation, sulfonation, alkylation or acylation in these following compounds. That means you have to check which type of groups are attached to the benzene ring. If electron donating groups are attached, available electron density in benzene increases, rate of reaction increases. If electron withdrawing groups are attached in the benzene ring, then available electron density in the benzene decreases, rate of reaction towards electrophile decreases. And second step is this carbocation or the sigma complex. Greater is the stability of this carbocation or sigma complex, faster will be its formation, better will be its formation, major will be its formation. That means what is the major product of electrophilic substitution reaction, what is the minor product of the electrophilic substitution reaction, depends on the stability of carbocation. Once again, I'm telling you, major product of the electrophilic substitution reaction depends on the stability of carbocation formed, and rate of reaction depends on the available electron density in the benzene ring. Which aromatic compound is more reactive depends on the available electron density. What will be the major product of this reaction depends on the stability of carbocation. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now write it down.
Yes, sir.
Write it down in points. Write in points. Electron donating group increases. Electron donating group increases the rate of reaction, while electron withdrawing group decreases the rate of reaction. Electron donating group. Electron donating group. This electron donating group may be of any of the plus M, any of the hyperconjugation, any of the plus I. Electron donation may be in the form of plus M, electron donation may be in the form of hyperconjugation, electron donation may be in the form of plus I. So electron donating group of any form increases the rate of reaction, while if you take a reference value benzene, here hydrogen is taken as a reference value for all organic compounds. So here I am attaching electron withdrawing group in place of hydrogen. Electron withdrawing group in place of hydrogen. And this electron withdrawing group may be in the form of minus M, maybe in the form of minus I. So electron donating group of any form increases the rate of reaction, while electron withdrawing group of any form decreases the rate of reaction. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So write it down, write it down. Now have a look. On the basis of this only chapters are created. In the 11th class, you have seen hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon means benzene and their derivatives, and derivatives are replacement of hydrogen with carbon containing compound. So first, simple benzene. Second is one of the hydrogen of benzene is replaced with some alkyl group. Maybe with methyl group, it become toluene. Maybe ethyl group, maybe isopropyl group, maybe tertiary butyl group, maybe maybe one hydrogen is replaced with alkyl, may be possible that more than one hydrogen is replaced with alkyl. If two hydrogens are replaced with methyl, it is called as xylene. If three hydrogen is replaced with methyl at 135 position, it is called as mesitylene. So it may be possible that hydrogen of this benzene is replaced with alkyl group. So in 11th class, the chapter name is hydrocarbon. So here benzene and alkyl substituted benzenes are considered or taken. But in 12th class, the chapter is alkyl halide and aryl halide. Alkyl halide and aryl halide. So hydrogen of this benzene is replaced with halogen. The next chapter is alcohol phenol ether. And when next chapter is alcohol phenol ether, here hydrogen of this benzene is replaced with OH. Now the compound become phenol. When hydrogen of this particular benzene is replaced with OR, now compound become ether. So here, when hydrogen is replaced with OCH3, now it become ether, and common name of this ether is anisole. So 12th class first chapter is alkyl halide, aryl halide. In that aryl halide, aromatic part is involved. In the second chapter, alcohol phenol ether, phenol and ether, this OH, this OR, that means aromatic part is involved. In the third chapter is aldehyde ketone carboxylic acid, and when aldehyde ketone carboxylic acids are there, and when you take aromatic aldehyde, it becomes like this. This is benzene carbaldehyde, or sometimes it is called as benzaldehyde. When you can take ketone here, COR, when it is CH3, this is called as acetophenone. When it is pH, it is called as benzophenone, or any ketone you can generate. Now, next is carboxylic acid. So here you can attach COOH group. This is called as carboxylic acid. So in 11th class chapter is hydrocarbon, which will include benzene and alkyl benzene. In 12th class first chapter alkyl halide, aryl halide, you can replace hydrogen with halogen. In second chapter alcohol phenol ether, where hydrogen is replaced with OH and OR. Third chapter is aldehyde ketone carboxylic acid, where hydrogen is replaced with CHO, COR and COOH. And next chapter is amine. When next chapter is amine, in that case, hydrogen of this benzene is replaced with NH2 group. Hydrogen of this benzene is replaced with NH2 group. That means these are all chapters which you have to encounter in organic compounds, the organic chemistry. Along with that, some additional nitro compounds, nitrobenzene, cyanobenzene, esters, acid halide, amides, they are also involved. But the name which maximum questions are asked, the name from which chapters are derived, these all are the compounds. When I am writing this as number 1, I am writing this as number 1. This is number 1. Take this 1 minute. Now take this benzene as number 1. Take this benzene as number 1, toluene as number 2, halobenzene as number 3, and now this phenol as number 4. Phenol as number 4, anisole as number 5, benzaldehyde as number 6, acetophenone as number 7, and this benzoic acid number 8, and adenine as number 9. Try to write decreasing order of reactivity towards any electrophile. So write it down. What will be the decreasing order of reactivity for any electrophile? Any electrophile. Electrophile may be X plus, NO2 plus, HSO3 plus, R plus, COR plus, or R plus. Write down and try to give me the answer. What will be the answer? Noted? Anyone tell me which have highest reactivity? Which have highest reactivity? Anyone? Anyone tell me which has highest reactivity? Anyone? My pen is not working. 1 minute. I'm just pausing the screen for 1 minute. Yeah. Now, write it down. Tell me which has highest reactivity order. Think for the nature of the group. Here it is hydrogen, and hydrogen is the reference value. Here CH3. What is the nature of this CH3? Whether this CH3 is electron donating or electron withdrawing. What you will say? Adria, tell me, what is the nature of this alkyl group? Whether they are electron donating or electron withdrawing. Diosania, tell me, what is the nature of this alkyl group? Whether they are electron donating or electron withdrawing.
Electron withdrawing, sir.
Not electron withdrawing, but alkyl group is electron donating in nature. Electron donation from either plus hyperconjugation or by the help of plus I. Or with the help of plus I. So alkyl groups are electron donating in nature. Halogen shows minus I nature. So this is electron withdrawing. OH have strong plus M. OH have strong plus M. OR also have strong plus M. Here aldehyde have strong minus M. Here ketone also have strong minus M. This acid also have strong minus M. This NH2 have strong plus M. That means you have strong electron donating group. You have strong electron donating group. You have strong electron withdrawing group. You have weak electron donating group. You have weak electron withdrawing group. So greater is the available electron density in the benzene ring, highest is the reactivity. So now if you have 3 plus M, one in the form of OH, another in the form of OR, another in the form of NH2. In that case, you have to remember the order of plus M. You have to remember the order of plus M. The order of plus M is first O minus, then NH2, then NHR, then NR2, then OH, then OR. First NH2, then OH, then OR. That's why the reactivity of this 9th, here I'm telling this first, this is called as second, this one I'm taking as third, this is fourth, this is fifth, this is sixth, this is seventh, this is eighth, and this one is ninth. This one is ninth. So the reactivity of 9th is highest. The reactivity of 9th is highest, followed by OH have more plus M as compared to OR, followed by this fourth one, followed by the fifth one. So first you have taken all the plus M groups. First you have taken all the plus M group, followed by weak electron donation from hyperconjugation and plus I, that is second. Then followed by the reference value H, that is benzene first. Now, this halogen is electron withdrawing, this minus M are electron withdrawing, but halogen have weak minus I, but this aldehyde ketone acid have strong minus M. So available electron density in benzene, here in halobenzene, is relatively more as compared to acid halide, sorry, as compared to aldehyde, as compared to ketone, as compared to acid. So the order comes third. Now, again, when 3 minus M's are involved, in that case, again you have to remember the order. That aldehyde has more minus M, followed by ketone, followed by the acid. So that means acid will have relatively more available electron density, followed by this ketone and followed by this aldehyde. So important point which I told you to revise, that is the electronic effect. You have to remember the order of plus M, you have to remember the order of minus M, you have to remember the order of plus I, you have to remember the order of minus I. So when you remember the order plus M plus I minus I, then question become easy for you. Otherwise, you will give wrong answer. So write this all. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Now have a look better. Here I'm connecting this two benzene with COO in between. COO between, that is ester. This benzene is also connected with ester and this benzene is also connected with ester. But try to analyze. What is the nature of this O? Whether electron O will be moved towards benzene or not. A double bond B, C have lone pair. That means this electron will moves in this direction. It may be possible that minus M of Cu is more than more movement in this direction, but some movement in this direction will also take place. But here E double bond B, C double bond D. That means electron moves in this direction. So this particular CO of ester, this particular CO of ester tried to pull electron cloud from benzene. So this ester act as a minus M. But here lone pair of electron of oxygen moves in the ring, that in the direction of ring. So this O will act as a plus M. So if this benzene is taken as A and this benzene is taken as B, so available electron density in B is higher as compared to A. So any of these reaction, whether halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, alkylation, acylation, whatever you have to perform, that reaction will take place in ring B, not in ring A. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So write it down and try to solve this question. Here I am taking benzene and this benzene is attached with CONH pH. CONH and pH. Now tell me, which benzene have higher electron density, first one or second one? Which benzene has higher electron density, first one or second one? Anyone tell me? Anyone tell me? Good. Melby telling, Adria is telling second. Very good, very good. Because here, have a look better. Here, lone pair of nitrogen is in resonance with C double bond C. A double bond B, C have lone pair, electron moves in this direction. Here A double bond B, C double bond D, electron moves in this direction. So here CO of amide act as a minus M and here NH of amide act as a plus M, So available electron density in second is more. So any of the electrophile, whether it is halogenation, whether it is for halogenation, for nitration, for sulfonation, for alkylation, for acylation, it is important that you have to attack electrophile in the second ring, not in the first ring. Now, some important terms which comes from this donation or electron withdrawal. First important point, those atom or groups which increases the available electron density in benzene. Those atom or group which increases the electron density in benzene increases the available electron density, so activates the ring to attack on any of this electrophile. So such groups which are electron donating in nature, are called as activating groups. So those atom or groups which donates electron density towards benzene, such groups are called as activating groups. While those atom or groups which withdraws electron density from benzene, electron withdrawing groups, they are considered as deactivating groups. deactivating groups. So once again, I'm telling you, those atom groups which are electron donating in nature are called as activating, while those atom groups which withdraws electron density are called as deactivating. Sometimes it is asked. So write it down, activating groups and deactivating groups. Activating groups and deactivating groups. So write it down. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, when I'm taking here, benzene is attached with CN. Whether the CN is activating or deactivating, what you will say? Tell me, Harisankar, Melvin, Adria, Luke, Damya. Activating, deactivating. CN is in minus M or plus M? Minus M. Very good. When it is in minus M, that means deactivating. Very good, Sania. This is deactivating. What about nitro groups? What about nitro groups? Whether this nitro group is activating or deactivating? Tell me, activating, deactivating. Harisankar is saying activating. NO2 have strong minus M, strong minus I. And when NO2 have a strong minus I minus M, they are deactivating, not activating. So sometimes this benzene is not mentioned. They just write C and just write NO2. So when they write as CN, whether this CN is electron donating or withdrawing, they just attach pi bond, carbon-carbon double bond or benzene. And think A double bond B, C triple bond D. That means electron withdrawing, so deactivating. They can write as NO2. NO2, you can expand N double bond O. So carbon-carbon double bond extended to carbon oxygen, nitrogen oxygen double bond, A double bond B, C double bond D. That means deactivating. That means deactivating. Think for this NH3 plus. NH3 plus. Whether this NH3 plus is activating or deactivating. What you will say? Melvi, tell me. Melvi, deactivating. Good. NH3 plus is taken in minus I. They have a strong minus I. And when they have a strong minus I, that means they are deactivating. You have to remember, beta. Once again, I'm telling you, you have to remember the order of minus M plus M minus I plus I. You have the sheet, you have the book, you can remember. Now, if it is OH, whether this OH is electron donating or withdrawing, activating, deactivating, tell me.
Activating.
Activating. Very good. What about O minus? Activating, deactivating?
Activating.
Activating. Very good. So sometimes this O minus is written as ONA. Sometimes this O minus is written as ONA. So ONA means simply phenol is treated with NaOH and base abstract proton and become O minus Na plus. What about COO minus? Activating, deactivating?
Activating.
Activating. Very good. Activating. Negative charge. Any compound with negative charge, that means they are electron rich. And when they are electron rich, then electron will be dispersed towards benzene. So they are called as activating. So sometimes this CO minus is also written as COONA. CONA. The COONA, ONA, all that means O minus, O minus. So this OH, OR, NH2, O minus, CO minus, all are available, all are increasing available electron density, all are called as activating. While CN, while NO2, while NH3 plus, that are electron withdrawing, so they are called as deactivating. Always be careful for halogen. Always be careful for halogen. This halogen have lone pair of electron. This halogen have lone pair of electron, but minus I of halogen is greater than that of its plus M. So halogens are deactivating in nature, not activating in nature. So for simplicity, you have to remember this. You have to remember this. If benzene is connected with, any atom which have negative charge, any atom which have lone pair of electron, except halogen, in general, except halogen, any atom which have negative charge, if have lone pair of electron, if have alkyl group, they are generally activating groups. They have generally activating groups. While when benzene is connected with any atom with multiple bond, with more electronegative atom, or have positive charge, they are called as deactivating. So all your question will be done by these two concepts only. That means if benzene is connected with any atom which have negative charge like O minus, lone pair such as OH, OR, NH2, NHR, OCOR, NHCOR, they are called as activating. Or any alkyl group, methyl, ethyl, isopropyl, tertiary butyl, cycloalkyl, any alkyl group, they are activating groups. But in general, when benzene is connected with any atom with multiple bond, with more electronegative atom is important, such as CN, such as NO, such as NO2, such as SO3H, such as aldehyde, ketone, acid halide, anhydride, ester, amide, or with positive charge, such as NH3+, NHR, NR2+, NR3+, and NR2 have neutral molecule, they are electron donating. So NH3+, NR3+, SR2+, all those which have positive charge, that means they will pulse electrons of benzene towards itself. That means they are considered as deactivating groups. So it is important to remember that when benzene is connected with any atom which have negative charge or lone pair or alkyl group except halogen at your label, they are normally called as activating groups. But any benzene is connected with any atom which have multiple bond with more electronegative atom. This is important. With more electronegative atom, you cannot consider carbon-carbon double bond, because carbon-carbon double bond will come under this. With more electronegative atom or positive charge, so they are called as deactivating groups. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now, what are the possible permutation combination by which questions are asked? What are the possible questions in these particular 5 segments? That is halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, alkylation, acylation. What are the important questions which are asked from these segments? So write important points of these reactions. Important points for these reaction. Important points for these reactions. Noted? Now have a look at any of these reaction, whether for halogenation, whether for nitration, whether for sulfonation, whether for alkylation, whether for acylation. Substrate is aromatic compound. Substrate is aromatic compound, that means benzene or its derivative is present. But here this hydrogen is replaced with any atom or group. So one question is asked by changing the substrate. By changing the substrate, all these questions are asked in this particular part by changing the hydrogen with some any atom or group. That means electron donating group of any form increases the rate of halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, alkylation, acylation. while electron withdrawing group of any form decreases the rate of halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, alkylation, acylation. So 5 questions are generated from changing the hydrogen. That write the rate of halogenation, write the rate of nitration, write the rate of sulfonation, write the rate of alkylation, write the rate of acylation. Or general, write the rate of electrophilic substitution reaction. See, all the cases, first important point which you have to remember is that when benzene is connected with electron donating group, increases its reactivity, while benzene is connected with electron withdrawing group, decreases its reactivity. So at the first point, it is valid for all. Valid for all. Valid for all. That is for nitration also, for sulfonation also, for alkylation also, for acylation also. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, another question arises. In halogenation reaction, you have taken halogen in presence of AlCl3. Now, in halogenation, you have taken halogen in presence of AlCl3. Now, the question arises, sir, there are 4 types of halogen: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So whether we can take all of the 4 or there is some limitation. Whether we can take fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, all the 4, or is there any some limitations? So there is some limitation. That fluorination is explosive, because when fluorination occur, carbon fluorine bond and hydrogen fluorine bond is formed, and due to this large amount of energy release, an explosion is seen. So fluorination is avoided. And iodination, when iodination occur, Hi is formed, and Hi is a strong reducing agent which reduces aryl halide back into benzene. So iodination is reversible. So the general halogenation reaction is chlorination and bromination. So first question arises from this particular segment. That is, fluorination is explosive, iodination is reversible, and general reaction is chlorination and bromination. Is it clear?
Yes,
Is it
sir.
clear? So write the next point. Fluorination is explosive, while iodination is reversible. Write the next point. Fluorination is explosive, while iodination is reversible. Fluorination is explosive, while iodination is reversible. So the general halogenation reaction is chlorination and bromination. So general halogenation reaction is chlorination and bromination. And this chlorination and bromination reaction is general reaction for all, whether it is for the reaction of alkene, whether it is for the reaction of alkene-alkyne, whether it is reaction for benzene or its derivatives. That means whenever halogenation is involved, in any of the chapters of organic compound, general halogenation reaction is chlorination and bromination. In all the cases where hydrogen fluorine bond is formed, where carbon fluorine bond is formed, they are explosive in nature. So fluorination will be carried out with some different way. Later I will tell you by Barr-Simon method. But at this particular point, it is important to remember that fluorination is explosive, iodination is reversible, and general reaction of halogenation reaction is chlorination and bromination. Now, another question arises. Sir, for halogenation, you are taking halogen, it is clear. You have to perform on benzene, you are taking benzene also, it is clear. But what is the role of this AlCl3? What is the role of this AlCl3? Why should we use this AlCl3 for halogenation reaction? So in the mechanism itself, I told you, The role of this AlCl3 is to generate electrophile. When you are not taking this AlCl3 in the reaction container, you are just taking benzene and halogen, then no reaction will take place. No reaction will take place. If you want that hydrogen of this benzene will be replaced with halogen, you have to use AlCl3. You have to use some Lewis acid. The role of this Lewis acid is to generate an electrophile. So important is, for halogenation reaction, some Lewis acid is used. And that Lewis acid may be AlCl3. That Lewis acid may be AlCl3. That Lewis acid may be FeCl3. That Lewis acid may be even iron. That Lewis acid may be in the form of SbCl5. So any of the Lewis acid you can use. For general reaction, we are using AlCl3. So now important is, the role of AlCl3 is to generate electrophile, and in place of this AlCl3, we can also use FeCl3, iron, or SbCl5. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So write the next point. In halogenation reaction, we use some Lewis acid. In halogenation reaction, we use some Lewis acid, such as AlCl3, FeCl3, iron, Fe, SbCl5, etc. SbCl5, etc. So as to generate electrophile. So as to generate electrophile. Now come to second one, nitration. Come to second one, nitration. If nothing is specified, they are just saying electrophilic substitution reaction. You're just saying electrophilic substitution reaction. So the general reaction of electrophilic substitution reaction is this nitration. That means if they are specifying that rate of halogenation, rate of sulfonation, rate of alkylation, rate of acylation, that means different. But they are not specifying, they are just saying rate of electrophilic substitution reaction follows. That means you have to consider this nitration. So general reaction is nitration reaction. So write this next point. General reaction of electrophilic substitution is nitration. Because this halogenation have limitation, fluorination, iodination is not generally performed, sulfonation also have limitation. Later I will tell you this is reversible, and alkylation, acylation also have some limitation. So general reaction is nitration reaction. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, this point is valid for nitration also. Electron donating group of any form increases the rate of reaction, while electron withdrawing group of any form decreases the rate of reaction. One important question which was asked in Olympiad, and it may be possible that in your examination that question may be asked, because this is a good question and students gave wrong answer normally. Here I am taking benzene. Benzene means carbon is attached with hydrogen from all this particular carbon. Now I am replacing this hydrogen with deuterium. Now I am replacing hydrogen, all the hydrogen with deuterium. All the hydrogen with this deuterium. All the hydrogen with this deuterium. And I'm asking, in which case rate of nitration is highest? In which case rate of nitration is highest? In first, second, or third? What you will say? Anyone? Anyone? Ramya, tell me. Abel, Luke, tell me. Anyone? Melvi saying third. Sania saying second. Have a look, beta. In all the cases, rate of nitration are same. Rate of nitration are same. Have a look the mechanism. Have a look the mechanism once again. I'm saying first step is formation of electrophile. Second step is attack of an electrophile. Third step is deprotonation. So whether you are taking hydrogen, whether you are taking deuterium, whether you are taking tritium, there is no role. But in this particular part, base abstract proton. Here, if deuterium is present, base abstract deuterium. If tritium is present, base abstract tritium. And all these particular abstraction of hydrogen, deuterium, or tritium are taking place in fast step, which is not the RDS. This abstraction of proton, abstraction of D plus, abstraction of T plus, all these taking place in the fast step. And if all these taking place in fast step, that means there is no role in RDS step. So overall rate will be same. So when one hydrogen is replaced with deuterium, or all the hydrogen is replaced with deuterium, or all the hydrogen is replaced with tritium also. If all the hydrogen is replaced with tritium also, then also the rate become same. Then also the rate become same. So write it down. Sometime this molecule, and this molecule is written as C6H6, C6D6, C6T6. So in all the cases, rate is same. All the cases, rate is same. Noted? Now have a look better. For nitration reaction, you are taking concentrated sulfuric acid and concentrated nitric acid. Concentrated sulfuric acid and concentrated nitric acid. So in past papers, this is also asked. Mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid and mixture of concentrated nitric acid is called as nitrating mixture. Nitrating mixture. So it is also asked, nitrating mixture is a mixture of. Nitrating mixture is a mixture of concentrated nitric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, concentrated nitric acid, HIE, concentrated nitric acid, HBr, HCl, HF. So you have to remember that nitrating mixture is a mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid and concentrated nitric acid. So write it down. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Now, another important point. In a nitration reaction, you are taking concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. Now, question arises, sir, can I take dilute? What will happen if water is present in the reaction container? That is, dilute water along with nitric acid along with sulfuric acid. If I'm taking these, whether nitration will take place or not. The important part is this: when nitric acid and sulfuric acid is present, then nitric acid acts as a base. But when water is present, water will act as a base. And when water is acting as a base, it will abstract proton from nitric acid also, it will abstract proton from sulfuric acid also. And when proton of nitric acid is removed, if proton of nitric acid is removed, then nitrate is formed in spite of nitronium ion. So you want the preparation of NO2 plus, but it become NO3 minus. So that's why we are using concentrated nitric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, and water is not present into the reaction container. So this is also important. Sometimes question is asked whether we can use this concentrated or whether you can use dilute. So it is important. We can use concentrated sulfuric acid, nitric acid. We cannot use dilute sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So write it here. In nitration, we use concentrated and not dilute. In nitration, we use concentrated, not dilute, nitric acid as well as sulfuric acid. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Now, another important point. For nitration, you have to generate NO2 plus. For nitration, you have to generate this NO2 plus, and this NO2 plus can be generated by this. This NO2 plus can be generated by heating N2O5. By heating N2O5. When you heat this N2O5, it will convert it into NO2 plus along with NO3 minus. So here again electrophile is generated, and if electrophile is generated, this electrophile can attack on benzene to give nitro product as a main product. So now this is important. Nitration can be carried out in presence of N2O5 also. So write it down. Nitration can be carried out in presence of N2O5 also. Nitration can be carried out in presence of N2O5 also. N2O5 also. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Now come to sulfonation. Sulfonation is first important point. Sulfonation is reversible in nature. I'm not showing reversibility sign because question is asked in this manner only. That's why I'm writing like this. Sulfonation is reversible in nature. If you are taking concentrated sulfuric acid, then benzene will be converted into benzene sulfonic acid. But when you use dilute sulfuric acid or water S plus, this sulfonic acid will be converted back into benzene. When you are using concentrated sulfuric acid, then benzene will be converted into benzene sulfonic acid. But benzene sulfonic acid, when treated with dilute sulfuric acid or water, excess in water along with some acid, in that case, it is converted back into benzene. So write it down. Sulfonation is reversible in nature. Sulfonation is reversible in nature. Sulfonation is reversible in nature. And write this all. Benzene gives first benzene sulfonic acid, and this benzene sulfonic acid again become benzene. And when you change hydrogen with deuterium or tritium, here isotopic effect is observed for sulfonation. Here isotopic effect is observed, sulfonation. Here hydrogen, then deuterium, then tritium. As you know, breaking of carbon hydrogen bond is easy as compared to carbon deuterium, as compared to carbon tritium. That's why the rate of sulfonation is highest for C6H6 followed by C6D6 and followed by, it is D6, followed by C6D6 followed by C6D6. Once again, I'm telling you, this is specific for sulfonation and not for alkylation, acylation. This reaction is also important because when you have to, later I will tell you, when benzene is attached with some group, such as here I'm taking this as ethyl group. And now if another alkylation or acylation or halogenation or nitration is carried out, it will come over here or electrophile come over here. As steric factor is more over this position and steric factor is less over this position, so major product will be obtained over this. But we want electrophile to come over this. So first you have to perform sulfonation. First, you have to perform sulfonation, and due to this, sulfonic acid will come over this. And after that, whichever the reaction you want to perform, you should perform. So the next electrophile come over this, and later by this way, adding water H plus, this sulfonic acid can be removed. So later I will tell you this name as protection and deprotection. If you want a protection over this position, if you want no electrophile to come over this position, first you have to protect this position by sulfonation. First, you have to protect this position from sulfonation, and later when you want to remove this protection, then you use this desulfonation. So sulfonation is used for protection and desulfonation is used for deprotection. That means if you want to protect this position, first you have to perform sulfonation, and if you want to remove this protection, you have to perform desulfonation. Is it clear? Later I will tell you how these reactions are going to take place. At this particular moment, you have to understand that sulfonation is reversible in nature. Sulfonation is reversible in nature. When benzene is reacting with excess of sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, then benzene sulfonic acid will be formed. But benzene sulfonic acid, when react with dilute acid, that is sulfuric acid along with excess of water, in that case, benzene sulfonic acid will be converted into benzene back. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, in the next class, we will going to learn Friedel-Crafts reaction. That Friedel-Crafts reaction will include alkylation as well as acylation. It is also important to remember, if any organic reaction comes with a name, any reaction comes with a name of the scientist, like Friedel-Crafts, like Williamson ether synthesis, like Gabriel thalamide amine synthesis, like Kolbe electrolysis, like Grignard reagent, any organic reaction, if comes with a name of the scientist, that reaction is called as name reaction. And that name reaction is very much important for organic chemistry. So always be careful, whenever name comes along with the reaction, that reaction is most important for you. So out of these 5, alkylation and acylation reactions are very much important. Then last class, Melvi is saying, sir, you told you what start group, send the file. Okay, I will send the file, and I have made, I think, a group of you. And in that particular group, I have shared the link from where you can get my book, and you should do the question from that particular book. That will also help you. Okay, once again, I will share you the link, and from where you can get the book. Okay, at this particular moment, I am closing the class. And the next class, we will study the Friedel-Crafts alkylation and Friedel-Crafts acylation. Is it clear? Any doubt to anyone? Any doubt to anyone?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So if someone are not in the group, I will add them into the group. Don't worry. Okay. I'm closing the class.